Hello, it's Leslie Fightmaster. Today's class will have some handstands in it. Nicolina Lusick asked for a class with lots of handstands. So start by sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands together in front of the heart, taking a moment to set your intention. And all intentions are always welcome. Let's keep that with us as we practice. Come onto your back. Extend your legs out, point your toes up to the ceiling. So now all the natural curves of the spine are there. And then inhale and reach your arms up and overhead, making sure that you don't let your low back overarch and don't let those ribs pop out. So draw the front ribs in and lengthen the tailbone to the heels. Exhale the arms back down. And again, inhale, sweep the arms up and over, palms facing each other. So basically this is just like it'll be when we're in a handstand. So we want to make sure that the ribs don't pop out, the lower back doesn't arch. Bring the arms down, exhaling. Once again, inhale, sweep your arms up and over in line with your ears. Pinkies face the ceiling, thumbs face the floor. And exhale, arms back down. Inhale and reach the arms up, keeping the ribs drawn in, keeping the belly lifted, the tailbone lengthening. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. And draw your right knee into your chest, circling the right ankle in one direction. And circle it in the other direction. And then extend the right leg up toward the ceiling and hold on behind your thigh. Or you can reach down and hold closer to the foot, maybe even taking the toe. Now lift your head and shoulders up. Reach your fingertips forward or cradle the head in the hands if your neck bothers you at all. And hold here, breathing. Keep the belly drawing in and up. Keep reaching out through both legs. And then come all the way up to seated, and we'll take boat pose. If it's hard to sit up without holding on your legs, that's fine. Hold on to your legs. Make sure that your spine is long and your chest is lifting. And then very slowly lower unless you have any back issues, and then put your hands down to help you lower down. Otherwise, slowly lowering all the way back to your back. Draw the left knee into the chest. Begin to circle your left ankle in one direction. And then reverse it. Lifting the left leg up, hold on behind the thigh or closer to the foot. Reach through the right leg as well, so the toes point up to the ceiling. So holding on to stretch out the hamstrings. And then lift up the head and shoulders, draw the belly in, reach the fingertips forward or cradle the head in the hands to protect your neck. Keep breathing here, drawing in through the belly. Long breaths in and out through the nose. And then sit all the way up. You can always use the hands to help you. Lift the chest. Knees can be bent or straight. You can straighten the legs, but you have to make sure that your back doesn't round. So if the back is rounding, then bend the knees. Take another breath here. And release. Crossing the ankles, roll forward. And we'll come right onto the hands and knees for a moment, then walk the hands forward, a handprint, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So first one, feel free to move any way you like. You can bicycle the legs, you can move the hips from side to side, move into the shoulders. Make sure though that your arms are shoulders distance apart, spread the fingers wide, feet hips width apart. And pressing the weight up toward the hips and then reach down toward the heels. Inhale your right leg back and up. As you exhale, step it all the way up by the hand. Take the left knee to the floor. Inhale for low lunge. Sink the hips forward. Pull the right hip back. Take your hands behind you, interlacing the fingers and rolling the shoulder heads back as you reach the hands toward the back of your knee. Keep drawing your belly in and up. Release. Straightening the right leg. If it's hard to reach the floor, use a block behind your right leg or anything that you have that will help. Pull the right hip back so that the hips stay level and half splits. Rebend your knee and step back into plank pose. Lower down all the way to the floor on the exhale and tuck the toes. Inhale and peel the chest up. Cobra, but then lift your hands up as well. Continue to press all the tops of your toenails into the floor. And pull the belly in firm in the legs. Then take the hands down. Pressing up to plank pose. Knees can stay down or press all the way up in one piece. Downward dog. And left leg up on the inhale. As you exhale, lightly step it up, taking the right knee down. Pat up the right knee if you need any padding. Inhale to reach up, sinking the hips. Make sure the left knee doesn't go past the ankle as you sink in. And pull the left hip back. Sweep the hands to the low back, interlace, other pinky on top. And start to reach the arms down slightly to open up the chest and draw the shoulder blades in toward each other. It's a nice little warm up for the shoulders and the hips. And then bring the hands on either side of the left foot and straighten that leg coming onto the heel. As you exhale, fold over the straight front leg, continuing to pull the left hip back. Rebend the knee, tuck the toes, step back into plank, and lower down through chaturanga. Shoulders no lower than elbows, but you can take the knees down. Inhaling up dog or cobra in up dog, thighs and knees are off the floor, and exhale back into downward facing dog. As always, anytime you want to take a break, anytime you want to rest, push the pause button, take a child's pose. Look to the hands, step or hop the feet up, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward, hips over the heels. Inhale, root through the feet and rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. So I have a blanket here. If you have a blanket or a towel that you can use, go grab it. Push the pause button, go grab it. And then stand on that blanket or that towel with your feet about hips distance apart, maybe a little bit closer. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. This is great core work. Make sure you're not sticking your ribs out. Exhale, fold forward, hips over the heels. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Bend the knees, plant the palms, and slide your blanket back until you're in plank pose. And then hold plank for a moment, and then on you exhale, slide the blanket back forward. That's the hard part. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, pressing down, reach all the way up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Same thing. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, slide back to plank pose, drawing the belly and lift the backs of the knees. Don't let your back arch. Make sure you keep the belly lifted so your back is extended. On the exhale, swing yourself up. You can bend the knees if you want to. It's a little bit easier. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. And exhale the hands to the heart. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, come halfway up. As you exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, slide back to plank. Now, if you can this time when you slide forward, if you had been bending your knees, see if you can keep them straight for as long as you can. Whoop. Pull it up. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Inhale, press down through the feet all the way up. Exhale. Make sure your ribs are in, tailbone down, Samastitihi. So if that was a lot for you, it's not so easy to do. You can always practice it some more, push pause. Otherwise, find a wall. Put your shoulders right over the wrist, right foot in a little bit, bend the right knee, and just take a little hop. And a little hop. Or maybe all the way up. Either way, it doesn't matter how high you go up, we're going to add handstands to our sun salutations. So you can stay with the hops or all the way up. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale and step your right or left foot back, right foot forward, either way, and hop. So maybe hopping once or twice, or if you've gotten all the way up, work on balancing. Remember, ribs in, belly in, and then step or float back into chaturanga. Inhaling into up dog or cobra, and exhaling back into down dog, and we'll stay for a few breaths. Press the chest back toward the thighs, reach the heels toward the floor, gazing between the knees or the feet. Look forward. So walk up a little, bend the knees, but keep your buns way up in the air and hop. And then inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet to rise all the way up. And exhale, samastitihi. Same thing. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step your left foot back or your right foot. You can switch. So shoulders over wrist, take a hop, take another hop, maybe all the way up, maybe continue hopping for a couple more breaths. Press away from the floor firmly. Chaturanga, stepping or hopping. Inhale up and exhale back. Again, breathing here. Try and keep your inhales and your exhales equal. If you get tired, take the knees down and rest. It's always, always, always an option. Push the pause button anytime. Look forward, walk your feet in a little, get your buns up in the air. Think buns to wall, and then hop up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale and fold. Inhale, pressing down to rise all the way up. And exhale the hands to heart. And again, inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step one foot back, shoulders over wrists, hop up, handstand, hopping or holding. If you're up, press away from the floor, squeeze the legs, and chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale back. As you inhale here, just slow down the breath a little bit. Draw the front ribs in, draw the belly in, firm the leg muscles, or take the knees down to rest. Look forward and step up a little bit, hips high. Take your hop, maybe practice another little hop. Hips high, knees bent, hop up, maybe find the wall. And then take the feet to the floor, lengthen as you inhale, and exhale to fold. Press down, rise up, inhale, stretching all the way up, and exhale, hands to the heart. So this is a variation of Surya B. Bend the knees, come to Utkatasana on your inhale. Exhale, fold forward, and to Bakasana. So take the knees up high toward the armpits. Straighten the arms as much as you can, feet together, bring the heels up, balance, and then hop back or step back, chaturanga. Inhaling up and exhaling back. So we're going to walk the right foot in a little bit. Lift the left leg, take a handstand or a hop, and then try and slowly step the right foot down. Take the back foot flat and find warrior one. As you inhale, come up warrior one. Exhale, lower down through chaturanga, just like a regular Surya B. Inhale, pressing up. And exhale back. So walk the left foot in a little bit. Right leg up, shoulders over wrist. Take your hop or all the way up into a handstand. And then slowly step the left foot down, back foot flat, warrior one on the inhale. Left hips pulling back, exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Breathing here or taking the knees down, taking a rest. Come back to your steady breath. Make sure your fingers are spread out nice and wide. You're pressing into the base of the fingers. Look forward, walk in a little, buns up, bend the knees, hop, butts up in the air. Take another one if you like. And then inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees. Chair pose. Reach up. Samastitihi. So we're going to do that one more time. Bend the knees. Utkatasana. Chair pose. Inhale. Tailbone down. Exhale. Bakasana. The knees up. Shift the weight forward. Press away from the floor. Draw the belly in. Keep the gaze slightly forward. Take your heels up towards your buns. Feet together. Chaturanga step or float. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward dog. Walk your right foot in a little. Lift your left leg up, shoulders over wrists. Take a handstand or hop up towards it. And slowly we'll start to take the right foot to the floor. Take the back foot flat. Inhaling warrior one. Exhale and lower back down through chaturanga. Inhale to press up. And exhale back into down dog. Left foot up a little bit, right leg up in the air, shoulders over wrist. Don't let your hip open up. Got to keep the hips level. Take your hop up toward a handstand or all the way up. And then step that left foot down. Back foot flat, warrior one. Line up heel to heel. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Breathing here. It's always a good time to take a rest if you like. A little child's pose. Back to your steady breathing. And then look up, butt up in the air. Oh, just a regular hop forward, or take that handstand hop. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, Utkatasana. And exhale to Samastitihi. So, Nicolina, I hope this is enough handstands. I think there's more coming though. Back to the front of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Take your feet to hips distance apart. Grab your toes. Exhale, fold forward. So the big toes with the first two fingers wrapped around. If you can straighten the legs, pull up on your kneecaps. Firm the quadricep muscles. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to Padahastasana. Feet onto the hands. Get the toes to the creases of your wrists. If your legs are straight and your muscles are engaged, shift the weight a little bit more forward toward the balls of your feet. Hips right over the heels. If your knees are bent, it's okay to keep weight in the heels. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bring hands to hips. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Back to Samastitihi. If you have a block handy and you like it for half moon pose, get it handy. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows in, belly lifted. Inhale to press up. And exhale back to downward dog. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, step it through, back foot flat. Warrior two as you inhale to come up. Make sure you're lined up your front heel with your back arch. Right knee is over the ankle and gaze over your right fingertips. Drop your front hip down. Lean forward, take your right forearm to the right thigh, left arm up, and then sweep the left arm behind your back. Try and roll the left shoulder back as you sink your back hip a little bit forward. And widen across the collarbones. Then find that block if you want to use it and float the back leg up into half moon, keeping the half rep if you can. Otherwise, you can always release it. If you're steady, look up toward the ceiling. Reach the crown of the head forward, reach through the back leg, then slowly bend the front knee. Float the right fingertips up. See if you can find a little balance, reaching through the hand, reaching through the foot, and then setting yourself down into warrior two. And then reverse, left hand down, right arm reaching up. Inhale up, exhale, windmill the arms down, and take your vinyasa or skip it and go right into down dog, your choice. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Back foot is flat, warrior two. Come on up. Line up heel to arch here. Lift the back inner thigh. Press into the front heel and through the outer edge of the back foot. Now lean your torso forward, take your left forearm to the left thigh, reach your right arm up. Right hand behind the back. Sink the hips forward, roll the right shoulder back. And then looking down, walk the back foot in a little bit. As you're ready, lift up into half moon. Keep drawing that front hip under you. Keep the half wrap if you can. Otherwise, you can always extend that arm up. Now we're going to bend the knee. Eeks, find a little balance. And all the way back into Warrior Two. Inhaling in Warrior Two. Exhale, reverse. Bend into the left knee. Inhaling up and exhale. Take your Vinyasa. Excuse me. So from your down dog, again pressing back and lengthening through the spine. Step the right foot up by the right hand. This time stay on the ball of your back foot, crescent pose. Pull the right hip back, dropping down the tailbone. Bend the back knee a little if you need to. And then hands to heart. Lean forward and hook your left arm across for a prayer twist. So turning the chest toward the thumbs. If you want a deeper twist, take the left hand toward the floor, right arm up. If you can, get your left hand on the big toe side of the right foot, but you can always put it on a block. Keep pulling the right hip back, and then unwind and step back through Chaturanga. Inhale, press up, and exhale, back to down dog. Left leg up, step it through, stay on the ball of your back foot, crescent pose, reaching up. And get that tailbone to lengthen down, the ribs to pull in. Left hip pulling back, then lean forward, get some length, and then hook the right arm across. Pressing the palms in toward each other. A little wobbly on this side. Hey, it happens. Turn your chest toward your thumbs, press your thumbs toward the chest, and roll the top shoulder back. If you want to take it deeper, right hand down, left arm up. Continue to pull the left hip back and try and drop it down. So we're twisting from the waist up. We try to keep the hips level. Unwind your twist and step back to plank. Lower down Chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale back into down dog. Breathing here, come back to your steady breath. Feel free to take a rest. Maybe take a moment to come back to your intention that you set. And then we'll come down onto the knees. So if you have a yoga strap, grab it. Always push pause, grab it, come back. And this one has the little D ring in it, so I can make a loop. I'm going to put the strap right above my elbows, no wider. This is another way to practice handstands. If you find that it's difficult to balance, if you find that your elbows bend at all, this is a nice way to practice it. So shoulders over wrists, walk one foot in, lift the other leg up from the inner thigh. Don't let your hip open. And then bend that knee and press up in just little hops again. So you can do little hops. Maybe take it all the way up to the wall. If you're at the wall, and you can be closer to the wall than I am. If you're at the wall, maybe try to balance a little bit and see how it works that day. And let's come down and take a little rest in child's pose. So that's just another option for handstands. If you're finding them difficult, I would recommend trying the strap. If you like the strap, keep using it. Otherwise, if not, you can take it away. We're going to come up into a handstand again, this time with the legs wide. And then try to bring the legs together at the top. So if you're trying this one, maybe move away from the wall a little bit so you have space. And then try and take the legs wide. Keep pressing away from the floor. Lift the belly, pull the ribs in. And then maybe taking the legs together at the top. And maybe not so much today. It never matters. Just do your best. And then from here, a two-legged one. So we'll practice our hop-ups. So with the hop-ups, make sure you bend the knees and stick your buns up in the air with a little back bend in the low back as you come up. Then once you get up, then you want to reach the tailbone up so that the low back goes away. Or not goes away, but the low back arch. When I do these, I stick my buns up, I think butt to wall. So I want to think the butt comes up to the wall before anything else. So bending the knees, hips way up high, butt to wall. And then maybe the feet will touch. I can use balance that way, or I can practice going up. And let's take a child's pose. So hopefully, Nicolina, that was a lot of handstands. It was for me. I'm ready to cool down. Hopefully you are too. So sit up, bring your backs of the hands together, just to press a little bit for the wrists, and then lay onto your back. Setting up for bridge, feet hips width, press into the heels, lifting up, spiral your thighs in toward each other, outer edges of your feet parallel, chin away from the chest. Breathing here. So try to get as much length through the front of your body as you can. And then release and rest soles of feet together and knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana. And we'll come up again, bridge pose or wheel pose. If you're going to come to wheel, hands up by the ears, elbows straight up. Don't let them splay out to the sides. Come to the crown of the head or line up wrists under elbows and then straighten the arms. Arms and ears in line. Tailbone reaching to the backs of the knees, chest reaching toward the wall you can see. So again, stretching out the front of the body. Chin to chest to come down and lower, and then we'll hug the knees right into the chest, gently rocking here side to side. And then start to rock back and forth, up and down your spine, 2 or 3 rocks, and come up to seated. And then make your way into hands and knees. Bring your right knee forward. Bring your left knee behind the right knee. Take your feet wide and then sit back. If you can't reach the floor, sit on a block. Your feet are wide so that you have space to sit. Knee on top of knee for Gomukhasana. Sit up nice and tall. If you have a good stretch there in the hips, stay. Otherwise, walk yourself forward. Breathing into the hips. Notice if you create any tension any place in the body during this posture. And if you find tension, direct your breath toward it. Direct the breath toward the tension and ask it to go away. This is the most fun part about this pose, is switching sides. But today, I'm just doing the regular switch. So left knee in front of right, feet wide, and sit down right between the feet, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, lengthen. Either stay seated or exhale, fold. So if you have practiced this pose before, you know that there's a fun little way to turn around, circle around, or come to a headstand and switch sides. So feel free to play with that if you want to. I was feeling like just switching sides today. And then come on up on your inhale. Uncross the legs, extend them in front of you. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Paschimottanasana, lengthen the spine. Inhale. As you exhale, come forward. Reaching the crown of your head forward. But drop the shoulder blades toward the waist, leading with the chest. Back to your steady, steady breathing. Inhale, head up, and exhale to release. And we'll come on to our backs. Draw the knees in for a moment. And then drop your knees over to the left and look over the right shoulder. Feel free to cross the right knee on top of the left for a deeper twist. Back to center. Shift the hips to the right or to the left a little, knees to the right. Left knee over right if you like. Inhale, center. I'm going to take my blanket and roll it up, put it under my knees just because I like it. You take a few moments to make yourself very comfortable in Shavasana. So tailbone's going to reach toward the heels, shoulder blades toward the waist, arms by your sides. Let your feet just flop open. Close your eyes and rest. I'll be back in a few moments with our quote. Our quote today is a little story by John O'Leary. He is an author and also an inspirational speaker. And it goes like this. Mr. O'Leary, please call the courtesy phone. Mr. John O'Leary, please call the courtesy phone. I had a late night in beautiful Laguna Beach working and then a 4:15 a.m. wake-up call, so I was a little groggy getting to the airport at 5:30 a.m. Got out of the taxi, thanked the man, shut the door, and raced to check in. 20 minutes later, I heard the overhead announcement quoted above. It turns out the cab driver had driven away from the airport, got on the highway, and then noticed a phone sitting on the back seat. He got off the highway. He turned around, went back to the airport, parked the cab, walked in, and turned it in. My new friend, Julio, and I had a really nice conversation. Yes, I was tired, but I was also curious about him. He was finishing his day after 12 hours, and I was just getting ready to start mine. So we spent 30 minutes talking family, work, and how he felt about Uber, and why he loved his job, and what we like to do when we aren't working, and we parted as friends. I am absolutely convinced that the kind words we say to others and the generous deeds we do for them are never returned void. Life has a way of always coming full circle. Start to stretch yourself awake. Love others, and love will surround you and propel you forward and return phones even when they don't have to. Treat others poorly, and that shall surround you and come back into your life too. And don't expect your phone returned. So today, choose to treat everybody throughout your day as if they are the most important person in your life at that moment, because in truth, they are. Let's bring our hands to the forehead for clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart for clear and loving intentions. And the hands to the mouth for clear and loving communications. Sending this beautiful energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you liked all the handstands. And if you did, please push the like button. And please subscribe to our channel and share our videos. If you can afford to support Fightmaster Yoga, our mission is to get yoga to as many people as possible, free yoga for as many people as we can, because we think that the more people practicing yoga, the nicer the world will be. There is a link below. Also, go to fightmasteryoga.com. We're working on the new website, so you can start to see it. Have a great day. Bye.